How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and today's video has me very excited because today we're finally going to learn the secret behind Sub-Zero's powers, because Mortal Kombat 11 has finally revealed the truth behind Cryomancy. But first, let's begin with a little backstory about Sub-Zero. So for starters, there are actually two Sub-Zeros. Kuai Liang is the most well known, since he's the one you play as in most of the games. However, his older brother Bi-Han was the original Sub-Zero from the very first game, and despite his minor appearance in the main games, he's actually done quite a few impressive things, including saving the Earth at one point in his very own game. Now, to be fair, this game was quite infamous for how ungodly difficult it was. Forget about Dark Souls, this game was straight up cheap and it didn't care. However, even so, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew how important Bi-Han was in the grand scheme of things. He might not be as famous as his younger brother, but the guy did save the Earth at one point. Now, if you're wondering why you don't see Bi-Han very much in the later games, it's because Scorpion killed him in the very first Mortal Kombat. Though of course this is Mortal Kombat we're talking about, and characters don't stay dead for very long, so Bi-Han would actually be resurrected by the same person who revived Scorpion, and that's the sorcerer Quan Chi. This new fighter would be known as Noob Saibot, whose name is actually both developers' names spelled backwards. So next up we have the main Sub-Zero, Kuai Liang, who we do play as in most of the games. Kuai Liang is shown to be even stronger than his brother when it comes to cryomancy, which is quite impressive when you consider how strong Bi-Han was already. So to give a simple example, Kuai Liang is able to use an amulet that boosts his cryomancy, and aside from the former Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, he's the only character we ever see strong enough to do this. In fact, when his former student Frost tries to steal it from him, she's frozen solid. And keep in mind that Frost is also a very gifted cryomancer, and even she couldn't hold the amulet for a few seconds, let alone keep wielding it for long periods of time like Kuai Liang is shown to do. From what I've seen, Kuai Liang is actually the only character we ever see use the amulet without freezing, which once again just goes to show how strong of a cryomancer he actually is. But now on to the fun part of the video. Where does cryomancy actually come from? It's clearly a very rare ability, and the warrior also has to be born with it, unlike fire manipulation, which we do see certain characters like Liu Kang learn to do through training alone. So then how is it that characters like Sub-Zero have inherited the ability to control ice? Well, the answer was finally revealed in Mortal Kombat 11, and by none other than Skarlet. If you as a player have her face off against Sub-Zero, then she reveals the truth behind his powers.
Your kin descended from Outworld.
How would you know that?
You have the blood of Cryomancers.
And there you have it, everyone. According to Skarlet, Cryomancers are originally from Outworld, which means that Sub-Zero has ancestors who are not from Earth, which leads me to believe that Sub-Zero might actually be part Edenian, because not only do Edenians look human, but they almost always have some form of mystic power. For example, Rain controls water, Tanya controls fire, Katana can levitate the opponent, and Sindel can kill you just by screaming. In other words, it's quite common for these crazy people to have awesome powers, and according to the Mortal Kombat lore, the Edenian race is actually descended from gods, which is why it's so common for them to wield such powerful abilities. So the reason Sub-Zero can manipulate ice is likely due to his Edenian ancestry. Now, of course, it could be true that Skarlet is simply mistaken here, but keep in mind this chick specializes in blood, so I seriously doubt that she's wrong about Sub-Zero's ancestry. However, what I do find interesting is that Sub-Zero didn't know this about his own lineage, which likely means that his Edenian ancestors must be very far down his bloodline, or perhaps even his parents simply lied about being from Outworld. And what does this mean for Frost? Is it possible that she too has Edenian ancestors? Or could she perhaps even be related to Sub-Zero in some way? Is she perhaps a long lost relative whose family just went to a different part of the world? I'm really curious to see if these questions get answered in Mortal Kombat 11. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed learning the secret behind Sub-Zero's powers. If you did, then please leave a like down below. It really does help my channel out a ton. Then why not keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing the bell? That way you never miss a future video. And lastly, please let me know down in the comments if you want more videos like this, because it honestly was a ton of fun to make, and even though the editing does take me much longer to do, I finally found a reliable way to balance the audio, and that saves me a ton of time in the long run. So even if the video does take a lot longer to edit, the audio is out of the way and done with, so it makes things a lot easier for me. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.